like more hail. It's October something. And I look nasty because I'm doing nasty work. Check this out. Right now, I'm in the garage trying to put up the rest of the batting insulation in the ceiling. It's just dirty, nasty work. I should be wearing a mask, but I'm not. So, yeah. I think I'm almost halfway done. I'm gonna get this done, then my buddy Rob can come over and hook up this manifold right here that runs the in-floor heat, and then it'll stay nice and warm in here. And I am looking forward to that. Man, this is nasty work. And my beard looks nasty, and my hair looks nasty. But if you are doing any sort of insulation like this, or soffit, or anything where you need a stapler or a staple gun, this pneumatic one from Arrow is the bomb. It may be a pain in the butt to carry around an air hose, but I kind of just hook it onto my tool belt like you saw. But I like to take the machine gun approach to insulation and just boop, 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 boop. And soffit, it works really good for. So it's a pretty good tool, and it's not even expensive. It's like 50 bucks maybe. It's pretty great. So the other night I got home from guiding and worked on the soffit for a couple hours, but I didn't video anything because it was pretty much dark. So this is the back side of the house. I got the most difficult stuff done, which is this end. Now I just gotta wrap around that corner and fill in the whole rest of this side, which shouldn't take that long. I think I can do that in a couple hours. Put the fascia on there, and then I can trim out the corners. This corner, you can still see the house wrap, and it's really dirty too. I gotta wash that. I gotta trim out both corners, and then the outside of the garage is done. So I'm just gonna finish up this insulation today so Rob can hook up my heat. All right, it's a Friday in October. I have the day off, and it rained all morning, but now it's getting nice out. The sun is shining. It's still cold. It's like 40, maybe 45, but I'll show you what I'm working on. I've been cutting all of the soffit. I have some vented and some solid. I'm gonna mix and match them here. Gotta go all along this under edge here. I put up my F channel already this morning, and I think I have enough of the soffit and fascia to get this done. But I was originally using a grinding wheel, and then I found this blade on Amazon, Swift Cut. That thing is the bomb, and you actually put it in backwards. That's what it says to do, put it in backwards. It works super good. So here we go, get on it. Wait until you see what we did this morning. We, meaning me and my buddy Rob and his 4 kids. Man, we got so much done. It is amazing how much done I can get done. Oh, wait, that didn't make sense. How much stuff I can get done when I have help. And I have some of the best friends in the world, I gotta tell you. It is amazing. I didn't even ask them, they offered. Check this out. Rob brought over his drywall lift and all his strong boys, and we cranked this whole ceiling out, drywall, bulkhead, and this whole wall. I gotta do just a couple little things on the front of the bulkhead there, but we got it. We had some pretty tricky stuff. The garage doors barely missed that rafter right there, so I'll show you what I did on the other side. It's gonna take a little sculpting with Durabond, but man, we did it. Look at this. You see it there? Yeah, I had to do like a little in-depth thing there just so the garage door can squeak by, but I gotta do that on the other side now and do a lot of mudding and taping, but I can do that myself. All this stuff I could not have done myself. There's no way. 12-foot pieces of 5/8 drywall, I can barely even slide them on the floor, let alone move them around. So thankful for good friends who are generous with their time, and man, really thankful. Thanks, Skoltons. Love you guys. Here we are, another rainy day. And I got the beam coming off the front of the house all boxed in. Turned out really nice. Once I get some stain on it and then get this corner trim on, it's gonna look really good. Yeah, I like it. And so I'm gonna do like a great big beefy timber frame-ish corbel that goes down here. Something kind of cool and decorative when I have the chance. And in other good news, Rob and Colin were over here today and hooked up the in-floor heat in my garage. So that's exciting. That's really exciting. Hello, turkeys. You guys better be careful. It's almost Thanksgiving. Yeah, going over there. Hey, that ain't wood. There you go. Knock on the tree. Man, it's perfect weather. It's like 60 degrees. It's October 25, Tuesday. I got the day off, so I'm trying to get as much of the outside stuff wrapped up as I can. We've already made so much more progress than I expected I would make before things get cold, but I have a perfect day off, perfect weather for doing what I need to do. Let me show you. All right, so I'm taking my remaining 1x12s from that pile over there, and I'm using them to make this at least a small section of our front deck. So that's about, those are 8-footers there. So it's 8 feet wide. I'm going just beyond the door there, and that'll get us a pretty good deck just for winter anyways. The rest of it all the way around the other side there I can do next summer, but it'll be nice to have this done for winter. So working on that today. I also have Dean's Excavating coming to drop off another 10 yards of all these rocks. They call them 6A rocks. 6A, I don't know what that means, but they're about that size, and that works good for the driveway to keep us from walking on sand and tracking that into the house. So that little stake right there is where they're gonna put that. And another thing, I have my buddy Josh from Skolton's Plumbing coming over to hook up this laundry sink in the garage, something that I can run a hose off of, and then I can keep my power washer out here. My power washer is one of my most used tools for getting all the salt and stuff off the Jeep and the boat during the winter, but it can't sit outside like this, like it does during the summer. So we're gonna hook that up inside the garage, so when I need to power wash all the road salt and stuff off everything, I can do that from the garage, not in the garage, but outside the garage, then pull it in to dry off. So that's where we're at. I'm like a busy bee on my days off, trying to wrap up things, but here we go. This is gonna be super handy. Those guys came and installed that. We got running water that drains into the utility room. It'll be handy for hooking my power washer up. I do have to replace this faucet because the faucet that came with this is not the kind that you can hook up a hose to, but it was the whole kit, and the kit was cheaper than buying things separately. So, and then I got a giant pile of rocks there. I actually had to make a new little path over there because Otherwise, the skeletons were going to be trapped here. So I cut a new little path on the outside of the rocks because they slid out a little farther than I was expecting. But that's what 10 yards of rocks look like. Yeah, I think the Hatfields and the McCoys are busy at it down the road. And I'm making good progress on the deck, just using my 1x12s. And I'm about halfway done, so I'm gonna keep cranking on that. It's kind of sprinkling a little bit. But because I have my roof on and I have a great big overhang on the garage where I'm cutting my wood, I can work even if it's raining. Well, I did it. I got just enough deck finished for the winter. And then once my friend Charlie comes over with his tractor on Saturday and helps me spread all those rocks out here, we shouldn't be tracking so much sand into the house. Mrs. Z is not happy with all the sand that's getting tracked in the house, so that was all for her. You're welcome, honey. It's beautiful out here this morning. Saturday morning. Are we still in October? Yeah. We're at the end of October and guided all week. Yesterday was my toughest day fishing so far this fall. Hopefully that gets better. But I got my buddy Charlie coming over here this morning. He dropped off his tractor last night and we're gonna spread rocks this morning. So behind me, we have 10 yards of rocks in Charlie's little tractor. Wish I had one because that thing would be super handy, but I guess what's better than having one of your own is having a friend who has one who is willing to let you use it. So that's pretty great. So I'm just trying to get things ready for that. And looks like it's gonna be a nice day. Holy smokes, that 10 yards of rocks went way farther than I was even hoping it would. We got it extended way out to here. We went all the way up to the garage, all the way over there. That's gonna be so nice. Mrs. Z has gotta be happy with that. And then I also extended them along the garage so that the rain doesn't splash all the dirt up on the garage. I got one section right there that I didn't have rocks in during the last rain, and you can see the difference there. And then the other thing we did while Charlie was here with his tractor is we smoothed out this whole back spot where I drive the Jeep and the boat around there, and I got to take it wide with the boat back here so that I can go into the garage straight. So that was a humongous help. I'll tell you what, I don't know if I could have done this house and all the stuff that I did without some really, really good friends and family. Like, it is overwhelming how much work it is. So if you don't have some really close friends and family that are willing to pitch in and help you just for the sake of helping you, I wouldn't recommend doing it. So my buddy Jim got it in his head that he wanted to build a rock sifter, because I said something the other day when they were over, when him and his wife Christy were over, about sifting out some rocks. I'm like, have you ever built one of those? And so he got it in his head that he's like, I'm gonna help Matt build one of these. So he shows up this morning with all of the lumber and stuff to build one to my house, and we built it, and it's awesome. Check this thing out. We're like professional rock sifters now. Look at, we got a whole pile of dirt under there that did have a whole bunch of rocks in it. So it's pretty sweet. We built a couple sawhorses, and then we got this track system that these wheels roll on, and it's got a screen in here. So basically I just shovel some of these rocks and dirt in there, and we shake it back and forth like this, and it sifts all the dirt out, so you end up with just the rocks in there. And then we dump the rocks in the wheelbarrow. How sweet is that? So I got some rocks to sift now. So I'm not sure exactly why people like to bless me so much, but I'll take it. Like, I have the best friends. It's pretty great. Some big rocks in there. Cool is that?